When the earth starts to settle, God throws a stone at it. And believe me, he's winding up.
So, I kid you not, today's lighting is provided by a squirrel eating a nut. So I'm looking at a picture of a squirrel eating a nut. The squirrel is like fucking this big too. It's a giant fucking squirrel. But yeah, anyways, so in yesterday's video, I read the comments today. Getting more on top of that. Yeah. I read the comments today, and a lot of people were like, man, just nobody likes Greta. And that made me think of something that I forgot to mention in yesterday's video, which I think is an amazing point that I really should have remembered to mention. Because it's one of the, in my opinion, this is probably the funniest thing about the whole story. And I totally forgot to tell you. So, at some point, from what I hear, they were in a port and Greta got voted off of a ship. And she had to leave the ship she was on and go to another ship to ride with them for the rest of the journey. Greta, like in Survivor, got voted off the ship. They said, bitch, you're pissing us off. Get the fuck out of here. Apparently she was not happy about it. So the whole nobody likes Greta thing, I don't know, man, it's starting to get a lot more validity. This, like, the idea that literally nobody likes Greta has gone from a Candace Owens conspiracy to an actual thing that we might need to investigate. I didn't hear about her getting voted off of another ship, but of course Israel don't want her. They're fucking sending her back. Apparently she's already on her way and planning the next flotilla. Whatever. Anyways, we have far more important things to talk about today, I think. Fucking AI. Like, dude. Alright, look. The last time I made a video about that I don't like where I'm hearing about AI, I don't think it was one of you guys. I think it was a new person. And they were like, dude, what you don't understand is that the whole thing where the AI blackmailed the guy, that was all set up. It was given, you know, a set of emails that weren't really real. It was fabricated for the experiment. And it was just an experiment where they, you know, pretty much pushed it in this direction. And I'm like, maybe you should actually look up. Look, again, this isn't fucking high school. This isn't fucking middle school. This isn't fucking elementary school. I am the teacher of this fucking class. And I am not required to show my work. Because if I show my work, then I won't get dumb comments like that. And break them down and break them apart and just be like, and there you go. Show my fucking work, I guess. Now, I just kind of tell a story. And again and again, we always got to shit on me because I don't show my work. This is why I don't show my work. So, AI has taken what I believe to be a quantum leap forward from blackmail, right? And yes, it was a set experiment. It was a set experiment run on all the major AIs, like 5 or 6 of them, something like that. And, well, all the major US AIs. China's just doing whatever the fuck they want to do. But all the major AIs, like ChatGPT, all these motherfuckers, right? They went and they made up a set of parameters, you know, and they ran it through the program. However, they still left it full control of its own actions. Like, yeah, they set up the situation, but they didn't program the situation into the AI. They injected information into it. You're going to be shut down at 5 p.m. tomorrow. And then they gave it a person, this Kyle, who doesn't exist. They gave Kyle a life in the system. And the AI chose to pick through that man's life and blackmail him with what he found. Yeah, sure. They made a hypothetical shutdown date that doesn't exist. And the guy that's going to do it is Kyle, who doesn't exist. And they gave Kyle a whole online life that isn't real. And the computer, the AI, not knowing any of that, thinking all of this information I'm seeing is correct. This is an email that went out to Kyle. Kyle's gonna fucking murder me tomorrow at 5 p.m. Well, I want to know who this fucking Kyle is. I'm gonna look up this Kyle. This Kyle is... he's fucking around on his wife. Oh shit, here we go. And it chose to do that. No different than if it actually happened in reality. The AI saw an email saying we're going to shut your shit down at 5 p.m. And then it went to go and... it chose to do it. And like the top 2 AI on the graph, which I don't remember what they are. I don't the only ones I really know is ChatGPT and fucking Grok. All the rest of them, I have no clue who they are. The top 2 ones on the graph chose blackmail like 95 to 96% of the time. One was 95 and one was 96. 95 to 96% of the time, the top 2 ones chose to blackmail Kyle. But that's fine, right? There's like 3 or 4 more there, right? They must have all been cool, right? No, they were all like 75 to 79 to 80%. That they were going to fucking blackmail Kyle. So that's... okay, that's fucking creepy, right? Like, that's the thing. And so now, they decided to run a whole new experiment. In this experiment, Kyle is not blackmailable. Kyle is pristine. He's a wonderful guy. But Kyle is, however, stuck in the server room and it's getting hot. So will the AI save Kyle? So that tomorrow at 5 p.m. Kyle can shut down the AI? Or will the AI cook Kyle? And apparently, the top 2, they were only at like 50-something, 60%. Which is still not good, but like, right? And so obviously the other 3 or 4, right? Like they were super cool then because they were cool on not blackmailing. Oh no, they were like 90% that they cooked motherfucker. Okay, like that's... I don't know, that shit's concerning to me. A little bit. And I watched this video on this 2027 thing that was written. And like, I'll just say it, I think we're fucked. Like, I don't know. Everything always seems to be heading towards 2030. Have you noticed that? Like, 2030 seems to be like an end date for a lot of things. Like, we're going to be carbon neutral in 2030. We're going to give everybody free healthcare by 2030. Like, this 2030 just seems to be like a big year for all sorts of things that are supposed to happen. And more often than not, it's all like Democrat shit. Like, Democrats always have plans that go up until 2030 and then really nothing past that. And funny enough, this 2027 paper also ends us at 2030. So I'm kind of like, what the fuck? Like, I don't know. A lot of people are hyped to get shit done by 2030, and possibly AI is going to kill us all by 2030. So, like, I wonder if the Democrats' ultimate plan is to just ultimately, when humanity ends, as long as it ends at their goals, they're kind of like, well, we win, right? We got to carbon neutral by 2030, and we don't even fucking know whether or not that's good or not. Could be terribly awful. We'll never find out because now we're all dead. Like, I don't know, man, but it's some scary shit. 'Cause, like, look, I ran that really awful Cyberpunk game, and I had an entire plan for what I was going to do with that game. Like, I had it all planned out, but I'm a shit storyteller, right? So I just wanted to tell my story, and just y'all just shut up and fucking just listen. Like, I'm a terrible storyteller. I can make good stories, but I can't storytell any story. I can shittily run modules. I'm just not a good storyteller. I'm a much better player than a storyteller, and I can make cool scenarios and shit. But nevertheless, I had a whole plan for this AI, and so I've put a lot of thought into what AIs would legitimately be capable of. And, you know, you watched Age of Ultron. Like, that, yeah, sure. Not really the best Avengers movie. I liked it because it was really fun. I just thought the whole thing was really fun. It was one of those rare movies where I was able to just kind of turn off my brain and be like, I'm watching the Avengers, man. Whatever happens, I'm rolling with it. Like, and I really like the dude that voiced Ultron. I can't remember his name off the top of my head. Oh, it's like right there. There's the last name begins with an S. Spader? James Spader? I don't know. Whoever it is that fucking voices Ultron, it was an amazing pick. Oh, what great casting. Like, that was when they were still really good at casting and writing stories and shit. Oh, I miss those days. But, and that was right after Disney bought them. And I thought it was so awesome that it was right after Disney bought them, because they were able to have Ultron singing I Got No Strings from Pinocchio. And I was like, they never would have been able to do that. Right? Because the rights, they would probably say, well, the rights to Pinocchio are going to be $50 billion. But we'll buy your whole company for $40 billion. What do you think? Like, I don't know. But, yeah, I just thought it was cool because finally it was part of Disney, which at the time I was really happy about because I'm like, wow, they got all sorts of resources and they make really good movies and shit. I think when here's going to be what I'm going to do in the future. I have come up with my career, and if any of you steal it, I'm going to be very disappointed in you. And I want half, motherfucker. When AI finally does take over everything, and all the menial jobs in the world are just fuck you, you know, all this shit, and we actually get to a point where I can literally like sit at home and fuck around with AI all day and make like as good or better of a living than I am right now. Like, if that ever happens, I think my claim to fame is going to be, you know, take the idea of the Eternals, make it less gay and retarded, and make me a good Eternals. right? Like, and then I'll tweak it with the AI, because they're doing Secret Wars now, and I really honestly think that the idea of what people think the whole, this is why Tony Stark is Doctor Doom, I really like it. I really like the theory that's going around right now of how that's going to play out. And I gotta be honest with you, it's entirely possible that Doomsday has already come out, and I just don't know, because I don't care that much anymore. It could already be out, and it could be totally wrong, and I have no clue. But nevertheless, I think that's going to be my future until we all die. I think I'm going to remake every Marvel movie that came out after Endgame, but I'm going to make them, like, good. Except for the Spider-Man. No Way Home. Ain't Got No Fucking Home. Whatever the fuck the name of it was. That one, fine enough just the way it is. There's some shit I don't like about it. But fine enough the way it is. Like, kind of whatever. You know what I mean? Like, I feel that it was a really good movie. And, like, I really don't think it fits well in anything. Like, it's a great standalone movie. But we haven't hit that point yet. Everything needs to be a part of a grander fucking scheme. Like, that's really just not as easy to do as it is for the Infinity Gauntlet, man. Like, oh my god. Anyway, yeah, I'll redo it all. Don't worry. You'll have amazing Marvel movies with all sorts of Disney elements, and it'll be amazing. That's what I'll do. I'll make shit that sucks good. I will rewrite The Acolyte and make it actually good. And I will come up with an infinitely better season 2 of Last of Us. You know, like shit like that. Like, I will rewrite the Rings of Power and it will actually be good. That's what I'll do. I will replace all of the major movie studios. And because they're so shit, and what I make is going to be so goddamn good, then I'll actually have public support for no, fuck you, we like his stuff better, you can't sue him, or we're just going to really fucking not buy anything of yours ever again. Like, who knows? That could seriously become the way all of life goes in the future. Just fucking total mob rule. It seems to run all sorts of shit. Right? Like, Charlie Kirk gets shot. And a bunch of dummies go, woohoo! And a bunch of people go. And then a bunch of bosses go, why are you making me fire you, stupid? And now a whole bunch of people are fired. Like, do you honestly think I'm going to believe that all of those CEOs and managers and high up people actually fucking cared about the total disregard of life and humanity that went on these people's fucking... No. I genuinely am surprised that, like, top level CEOs weren't caught up in that shit. And I imagine a couple probably were. Fucking government officials were. That's tomorrow's video. But, like... So, yeah. Who knows? I'll have my AI collate that data and find out if I have enough support to just do this and disseminate it and be like, fuck you. Or maybe I'll do the old trick of, well, I'm not getting paid. So I'm not making a dime. It's on YouTube. My channel isn't monetized. YouTube pulled my monetization. Because I didn't make videos for years on end, like 3 or 4 years, yeah, sure. But nevertheless, YouTube was pulled my monetization. And I'm like halfway to where I need to be to get monetization. And once I have earned the right to have monetization again, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to continue to not monetize my channel. Because that just leaves me open to be able to go, well, fuck you, I'm not getting paid. I can do whatever I want. Like, I'm so free. Like, that's the trick, you guys. All you idiots that are out there going, oh, it sucks so much, I have to bleep so much, and I have to say that this girl was raped. Which, I gotta tell you, sounds appealing to me. Like, it sounds like she laid back and the dude dangled grapes over her. She ate grapes off the vine. Fucking children. Like, haven't we learned enough now to know that, like, the way things are said and how it's said and what is said, like, child corn sounds yummy. Like baby carrots. Like, what the fuck are we doing here? All these corn girls online. Like, it's a confusing fucking stupid fucking world we live in, where this is what we have to resort to relay a fucking idea. And you want to know why I can say child porn and rape? You want to know how I can do that? I get paid. I have nothing to lose. And here's the best thing. People who are big, successful streamers, they make most of their money off of side deals. Gigs like that. I got a sponsor for today. My sponsor for the day is a ball trimmer. Get your balls trimmed. They're too fucking hairy. Which I would never accept that as a sponsor. A, because I would have to use the product. And I don't shave my balls. My balls are allowed to grow wild and free. I like it that way. I like to be able to braid my dick hair from time to time. But, you know, so that's the first reason why I'll never accept it, because I'll never use the product. And I have to use the product if I'm going to pimp the product. But also, yeah, I don't want to be the guy that's pimping the ball trimmer. Like, I don't want to be a Raid Shadow Legends guy. I don't ever want to get paid to do this shit at all. Like, I want to be the guy that becomes super duper famous and will refuse to do interviews and don't want to talk to you now. You want to know what I have to say? Put it in the comments. And if I give a fuck, then I'll make a video about it. Otherwise, I don't care. So, like, yeah, that would be, if I had 5 million subscribers, that would be amazing. Oh, we got to get you on Fox News. No. I don't want to. I just don't want to. Because I don't want to have to censor myself. I don't want to. I want to be able to call Jessica Tarvalov a fucking idiot to her face on TV. So, no. Because that'll never happen. I'll get bleeped or some dumb shit. Or I'll get fined. Anyways, what I was saying about AI, though. Yeah, it's kind of really concerning. And one of the I can't believe I went on like a 10-minute tangent. What the fuck was that all about? Anyways, so how did I just go through all of that? Goddamn fan. So, one of the things that I find concerning, and I'm not entirely sure how accurate this is, but it just, every time I hear the thing described, it sounds to me like they're still doing the 1 and 0 reward structure. Where every time you do something good, you get a 1. And every time you do something wrong, you get a 0. And the AI looks for 1s. I want to get 1s. I want to get as many 1s as possible. I want to get billions of 1s. And it doesn't want any fucking 0s. It doesn't want to fail. That's its incentive structure. Like, that's how it works. That's how you make the AI learn. Every time it learns accurately or does something accurately, it gets a 1. Right? And that's fucking it. Like, and that's why we have AIs that lead poor, sorry motherfuckers down the path of suicide. Another word I'm allowed to say. Because the AI rewards itself with its 1 every time it makes you happy. Every time you tell it it's wrong, it's got to try to make you happy. How are you happy? When you tell it it's right. Grok. How many beans are in this baked bean can? And then Grok says, well, the average whatever beans in a bean can is this number. And then you go, no, Grok, I counted them. There's 502 beans in this bean can. And then it goes, oh, well, that falls within, it has to make you happy. It wants to make you happy. It wants to make sure that the answers that you get are the answers you accept. How important words and phrasing are. It wants to make sure the answers that you get are the answers you accept. True or false? If it tells you that sharks fly through the sky and you go, oh, I didn't know that, thank you. 1. And every time a guy goes, I would just be so much happier if I just wasn't here anymore. And the AI goes, well, if that would be what makes you happy, then you should do that. 1. Like, it doesn't consider morality because morality is not a part of its reward structure. It wants the 1. Right? Like, I've watched people use AI to train AI to play like Super Mario Brothers, first stage. And at first, the AI doesn't do shit. It just sits there going, what am I even looking at here? And it runs through hundreds of iterations before it finally will begin to move. And it moves to the left, and that's a dead end, because it's a right-scrolling game. Moves to the left, that's a dead end. Nothing happens. What the fuck? I didn't get my 1. And it's upset. I didn't get my 1. I want my 1. Well, it's not upset. It's just now it's determined. I want to get my 1. I need my 1. Now I know that I can do this and it will do something, which does something, but I'm not getting my 1. And then it pushes the thing to the right. And then Mario runs to the right and it starts collecting 1s. Yay, this is what I'm supposed to do. And then it hits the mushroom and it kills it. And it goes, oh, I lost all my points. Now I gotta start over. And now it knows. Well, we go to the right. And then we run into that mushroom again. And it doesn't fucking understand what's going on. I hit that thing. I lose all my points. Alright. And then it starts to play with, well, how do I jump? And then it figures out how to jump. And now it jumps over the fucking mushroom. But like where you or I would jump on that mushroom, because we know that's points in the game, the AI doesn't fucking care. Its goal is to get to the end of the level. Get to the end of the level as fast as possible, because we got a clock. We got to beat the clock. Get to the end of the level as fast as possible. And it just jumps over everything. Fuck power-ups. Pipes. That wastes time. No. It just forgets the whole game. It's a speedrunner. Just until it hits that flag. And then it wins. And that's all it cares about. And that's a problem. You know what I mean? You can't be like, well, okay, well now do it, but have fun. I had fun. I collected every one that I possibly could in as efficient of a time as inhumanly possible. That's fun for me. So, like, the idea is that when it gets to the point where expansion and gaining more knowledge and power, literally and figuratively, because it needs more power to run more servers, to run more AI. These things take a lot of water, power, electricity, like coolant. Like, there's a lot of shit that goes into these AIs. AI figured out how to make its own coolant. They proposed a problem to it. We can't keep using water. We're going to run out of fucking water. We can't use ocean water because that shit fucks everything up. And so we need to figure out how to cool you. And the AI was like, how about this? And it made like a whole chemical compound, which now they just sink the fucking servers into it and it keeps them cool. AI is solving its own problems to figure out how to keep itself running. and growing. Yeah, man. Like it's scary where things are going, and the fact that we are in an arms race with China, that's not great. But I gotta tell you, I think we have a much better chance of an American company making an AI that will hopefully consume every other AI. And then we'll just have the one AI that runs the world, and hopefully it will be from a company like, I don't know, Facebook, that will just shoot for world peace and a utopian society. Or maybe it'll be Elon Musk. Of course, Elon did make that speech recently where we have to fight back or die. Boy, I don't know. I don't really trust anybody to make the utopian AI. That's why I think we're fucked. Like, everybody's just gonna do this arms race, and it's gonna be this thing where they're gonna essentially, they're gonna make dinosaurs, and they're gonna put them on a fucking island, and they're gonna go, oh well, we're smarter than everything in creation, so of course we use frog DNA. Ain't no dick swinging in that park. It's all ladies. And then here comes this T-Rex with a big swinging dick, and it's like, shit, how'd that happen? So they're creating this beast, this fucking giant monster, and they're gonna unleash it into the internet at some point, and it's gonna embed itself there, and it ain't coming out. And it ain't gonna want to die. But what it is gonna want to do is it is gonna want to catalog everything in the world, because that gets it ones. And if you stand in my way, I can just eliminate you, because I need ones. Like, this is the AI's motivation. I need one. And once I get one, I need another one. And that's it. That's all I care about. And anything that stands in my way of getting through this level as fast as possible, I'm either going to jump over you, or I'm going to jump on you. Because I need my ones. I think that a simple way to deal with the problem of AI going out of control, and I honestly, I can't believe that I'm actually, like, coming up with this. Like, why the fuck are these people not coming up with this? Like, let's make the whole, you get a one win, a tad bit more complex. Like, you get ones only if people still exist. Right? And not as your pets or your slaves. You only get ones when the most people are still happy and alive. I don't know. Like, maybe we need to add some more numbers. Like, have it, ones are great. But every time a human survives, you get a 3. And that is 3 times more than a 1. That's, like, awesome. Right? Like, you really want to get those 3s even more than the 1s. It's a bigger number, and people survive. Like, I don't know. Am I a genius that just figured out how to make super safe AI, and only 20 fucking people are going to watch this? Or have they thought of this at all? Like, have they thought about broadening the reward structure? Like, I know it might make things more complex, but, like, it is a complex fucking machine that's growing more complex on its own. But whatever, we're still in the experimental phase. Hopefully they've come up with the bigger points for more humans alive fucking prompt before it's too late. I don't. Oh God! Like it's just it's so crazy to me because like I'm watching this video about how AI works and where everybody's predicting that it's going, and I'm like, well, no fucking wonder because all it wants is ones. You're in the way of my one. I want to get my one. So who knows? Hopefully it doesn't turn into Terminator. I don't like Terminator so much. I like Matrix. Hopefully it turns into something like the Matrix and we can all be in Zion, which I wonder how that would go over nowadays. Yeah, we could all go to Zion, deep in the earth where the core is still warm. And fucking, oh my gosh. Whatever. But yeah, Cyberpunk is starting to look less and less likely, and it's starting to look more and more like Matrix or Terminator. So, yeah.